Hello, everybody. So, yesterday, my co founder and I started our first step towards releasing our company. So, basically, taking our company to the market to see if people like it or not. So that is the ultimate test. So, yesterday we started inviting people. We haven't released it yet. We haven't released the website yet. We haven't launched it yet. Anyways, yesterday we started inviting people to test the site, to be the first set of people that will test the site when we launch it on our new server, on the permanent server. Right now is in our test mode because it's currently under development. So we did a Google form collecting emails from people, basically. So if you're interested, I will have the Google form link at the bottom of this podcast. And if you sign up, you will be the first. If you're among the 100, you'll be the first to try our site. And we might try to encourage people with one or two things to get feedback. We want to get feedback from people. So far, it's just our families, our close friends that have been able to try in the current state. So we want to get, so this beta testing will enable us to get strangers feedback, if you might take it that way. So yeah, I'm excited. So what is the company about? What is our startup about? Our startup is basically going to make you show off your ancestry. It will enable you to show off your ancestry while having fun. That's basically what it is. It's social media where we emphasize ancestry and you can do other things. And that other things I'm going to withhold some until we first release it. But one of the things is events. So let's say, like me, for example, my ancestors are from Nigeria, from my father's side, and Niger from my mother's side, as far as I can trace. So my ancestry are Nigeria and Niger Republic. So on my profile, I have those. I have Nigeria, Niger, and I'm currently living in the US and the United States. So those are my background. So if, for example, there are events organized by Nigerians, I can check it in our site and be able to go. Or if I'm done organizing it, I can organize it, invite people, and so on and so forth. But we are really going to emphasize that ancestry because everyone has one. Now, if, for example, you are in the US, you were born here, but let's say you are the fourth generation American, well, what is your ancestry? Where did your ancestors come from? Do you know? As far back as you can. Or have you taken a DNA test to determine your ancestry? All of this you can then create a profile that has all these flags. It's beautiful, colorful. I like it. One reason why I really like our site. It's colorful. It's colorful. Because you see all these flags. It's colorful. So you'll be able to create that. And then you'll be able to create events, fun events related to your ancestry. Or now related. Let's say you want to go to Kenya. You're an American. You want to go to Kenya. You want to learn about their culture. Well, you could find events organized by Kenyans. Go hang out with them, get to know them. Life will be a little bit easier once you're in Kenya. So that's what our website is. Show off your ancestry and have fun while doing that. There's lots of other features. I'm going to withhold it, but I'm really excited. I own 70% of the company. My co-founder owns 30%. It was my idea. The idea began back in 2013 when so basically timeline 2013. Let me give you the timeline first. 2013, I started something about the idea, and fast forward 2014, the idea died. I picked it up 2015, started working with someone from my alma mater, my university, but that fell out because he wanted to change the entirety of what I want to do. I don't like that. So I later found my current co-founder. He is the wizard behind the website development, and I help with design of the front end, like just the image. I don't do any coding. So, and he's really, really good at trying to get what is in my head to the site, trying to develop what is in my head to the site, because I'm the originator of the idea. That's not what I got from my first collaborator. He completely wanted to change the whole premise of what I wanted to do. Without going into details of how it developed, let me give you one or two summaries. When I was in school, I had no idea whether or not a Nigerian association existed. This should have been one of those knowledge that should get to you somehow, even if you are not interested. And that's why our site comes in. Now, you could say, you could go to Facebook and search, right? But one thing we know is, on Facebook, you know that if you are looking for someone, like let's say you are friends with someone, so you know they exist. You know they exist because you can see their, let's say their profile, because you are friends, or their post on your feed. You can see all those. You are not looking for it. You're not trying to find out what they are doing, but you see these things on your feed. That's not how it was with the Nigerian Association in Iowa. I didn't even know if we have one or not. It's not a knowledge accessible to me. And that was the second reason why I began this current journey. The original idea was different. The original idea was volunteering. I wanted to connect international students in Iowa to schools in the US to volunteer. So let's say a teacher here in the US is teaching about Kenya. She could go to my site, find people from Kenya nearest to her, invite them to her classroom, and the Kenya would talk to our students. I have done that many times and I enjoyed it. So that was the original idea. That's when I began working on the site. And then I thought, you know what, while I was in school, I also didn't know that, a Nigerian association exists in my state or not. So with that, I kind of get going, and here we are today. We're in the process of launching our site in beta testing. Beta testing, if you don't know what it is basically right before you officially launch your site or your product, you make available your product to strangers, those people that you don't know basically. And they test it, and then you see how strangers find your product. So I'm really excited. My vision for the company is to connect people. Of course, it's a social media. I want to connect people. If you are a Kenyan, find yourself in Sweden, you want to connect to your ancestry. So that's people from your country, those that share your ancestry. You go to the site and connect and feel at home. It's a home away from home. If you are third generation American or Canadian, you can go to my site. If you know your ancestry, let's say your ancestors are from Italy, you can find events in Italy. You can do a lot of other things that I'm not telling you on this site. So I want to connect people to their ancestry, make them feel at home, continue to appreciate who they are. Because if you haven't traveled outside of your country where you are, some of your culture is retained just naturally by you because it's just something you're used to, and you want to continue to retain those. So there are chances that you would appreciate getting to know if there's anything related to your ancestry that you might want to attend or participate. So it's really bringing your ancestry closer to you, wherever you are, so you can feel more at home and more connected to your ancestry. That is too long of a mission statement. Anyways, thank you for listening. I will definitely update you as we go. I hope people like our product and services. So yeah, if you want to sign up, please check out below. I will have the link there. If you want to participate in any way, please shoot me an email. My first name, adamu.dankore@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, tell me what you want to do, and absolutely find a way to fit you in our company. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you soon.